was wondering about truth, so I had a talk with Roopali Chaudhary. She is a scientist and a researcher.
So up high,
Yeah?
down low. Too slow.
Oh.
That's it. When you're doing experiments or research in science, what are you trying to find?
Well, it depends on the question. Normally, when you do an experiment or you're doing research, it all comes down to asking a very specific question and then see how can you answer that question.
How do you know when the results you get are true?
Oh, that's a very good question. You have to repeat the experiment minimum 3 times. And if all 3 times you get the same answer, then you're quite certain that it'll be true. So the reason we do 3 times is it's just to make sure that you're not getting the same result because of chance. But someone else has to repeat it as well.
So what if, let's say, one scientist does it and the next scientist gets a different result, but the first scientist claims it true and promises everyone that it's true and is very convinced that it's true.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen?
Well, that has happened. And in some cases, you would actually have both the scientists have to defend why they believe what they found is true. And then you'll have other scientists that will try the same thing and see which one do they actually agree with more.
How do you know something is true? What is reality or truth in science?
That's a very deep question. So it's a little bit backwards. We don't try to prove something, we actually try to say the false or the opposite is not true. And we continue to do that until there's nothing else but we've disproved all other options and then there's only one truth left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's really deep though.
It requires a lot of different levels of thinking.
My next question is there any other way to find the truth besides science?
I'm a scientist, and I'm going to say no. I think science is in everything. Science is everywhere. It's from everything from why you blink your eyes to why you like ice cream. How do you make ice cream? Where does the cream come from? How does a cow eat the grass and turn it into milk so that you can make it and turn it into cream? Everything has got to do with science at the end of the day. So if you're really looking for the truth, there is science behind how and why everything is taking place.
Does the truth ever change in science? Like, one experiment can change the truth?
Yes, it does. And that's how we make new claims. We thought that on Mars, Mars was a red planet. That's what we knew it as. But since we've gone to Mars, we've actually discovered water on Mars, which has been this massive change in the mindset because up until now we thought Earth was the only planet to have water.
What if in science one experiment told you something you didn't want to know, like made you learn something you did not want to know at all?
That happens many times. You never go in saying, well, this is what my expected result was. The actual result that I got is different. I'm not going to look at that. I'm going to go do something else. You can't do that. You have to work with the actual results that you got.
Is it ever okay to lie or not share a truth, or is it not?
That's a very difficult question. You should always tell the truth. And the truth should be shared with everyone. Everyone should know. The human side in me knows that sometimes truth can hurt other people. So it's always you have to work with ethics. Tell the truth, but then how much of that truth should we be applying to everything? That's where the big question really comes in.
Okay.
If you've been wondering too, subscribe for more big questions.